Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Environmental Theater Project. We're so delighted to have you all joining us this evening. The students have worked so hard on this production and learning this new format, so we are really pleased that you all could join us this evening, and we're also excited that we're able to use theater as a form of activism and share these stories with you. We hope that you find them all inspiring. I should probably introduce myself to those of you that don't know who I am. My name is Margaret Grace He, and I am the Theater Programs Director here for Convent and Stewart Hall, and I am currently all alone in our big old theater. I have just put a link to the program in the chat box. If you all are having any questions or concerns right now, please write to them in the chat. That's our only way of correspondence with you currently. The program does show the play lineup for this evening's performance, which you can also see to my left here on the Zoom screen. The beauty of Zoom is that we are able to share our productions with a wider audience. So if you would like to share where you are Zooming in from and say hi, you are welcome to use the chat. I see something from a panelist saying that the program doesn't exist, so I'll put it back in the chat. There we go. So as you know, our cast and crew is performing live. So to avoid any interruptions and technical difficulties, we do have the audience muted, but you will have a chance to interact with the cast and crew at the end of the show, which I'm sure they will deeply appreciate, as this will be the only time that they'll get to interact with the audience. So we have some viewing tips. We encourage everyone to adjust their volume as needed on their computers. We also encourage you all to expand your window to be full screen for a full viewing experience. It helps if you turn your own video off to help with the bandwidth and the viewing experience for all. I do want to let everyone know, if you have children at home, this production does include some mature themes and language. Following the performance, there will be a short Q&A, which the audience can raise their little blue virtual hand to ask a question, and I'll allow you the ability to unmute yourself and talk with the cast and crew and ask your questions. You can also write your question in the chat box following the performance. So as a reminder, there is a different set of shows performing tomorrow evening. So if you'd like to see all the productions, you're welcome to come again tomorrow night. However, if you can't make it and you would like to see them, we are recording each evening's performances. So if you would like a recording, you can email me, margaret.he@sacredsf.org. And we are working in this new realm where there may be some technical hiccups during the performance, and also depending on your internet bandwidth, there might be lag time during some of the performances, so we just graciously ask your patience should anything arise. So everyone, please sit back, relax in your own homes, and enjoy the show.
My son has such bad breath. It kills my plants. All his toothbrushes have melted. So bad we can't even have pets. We tried. Kleenex, our little white cat. After 3 days, it was yellow and blind. He ran away. My son cried for days. Why did Kleenex leave? I was jealous. Only Kleenex had the right to run away. I took my son to the dentist. I didn't expect to hear, "We found the problem. Your son has a cavity." I expected to hear, "We found the problem. Your son has a dead rat in his throat. Would you like us to bag it for you?" In the end, no one told us anything. The dentist opted for an unpaid leave of absence. Like the babysitters, like the teachers, like my husband. My child had turned me into a leper. When we left the bus station, I mean the dentist, of course, then we went to the bus station. I told my son, come, we're going on a road trip. I bought 2 tickets for as far away as possible. On the bus, just as we were ready to leave, I said, oops, Mommy forgot her sunglasses at the ticket window. I'll be right back. The door closed behind me. I watched the bus disappear while breathing in the city's polluted air. It felt really good. Then I went to a nursery and I bought a fern, a geranium, a hibiscus, an aloe, a cactus. I did that every day. After a week, my apartment started to look like a greenhouse. On the TV, they talked about a place where everything green had suddenly turned brown. A place where terrorized animals were running all over in packs, blind. On the TV, a reporter wearing a mask held a microphone to a boy. The reporter asked him why he was smiling in the midst of all the chaos. The boy lifted something to the camera and said, because of him. It was Kleenex, our cat, fighting for its life. A second later, the microphone started to melt.
There's no hope this time. As Director of Research Division for New Species, I must declare that this project is going straight towards self-destruction.
What leads you to this tragic conclusion, sir?
The dominant species we put out there, they can't harmonize with any other beings, it's obvious. They simply poison every environment they inhabit.
But they are a very young species, sir.
The planet is running out of time.
We too were a young species once. We needed time to evolve. Everything takes time, sir.
Rookie, I respect your enthusiasm. I really do. But they've had enough intellectual awareness by now to identify their problems. Problems that they themselves have created, and find solutions. They're clearly conscious of the consequences of their actions.
But with all due respect, sir, we should not give in to pessimism.
Sometimes I wonder if you ever listen to anything I say, Rookie.
I've been learning from you all my young life, sir. Centuries listening to you. The new species is gaining awareness of what it must do. The numbers show it.
They ever do something about it?
Maybe they just need a little more trust from us, sir.
Going too slow. Some of them are very enlightened, we know, but there aren't enough of them, and they don't have enough power to handle all of this shit.
Oh, sir, you just said a bad word.
That's how upset I am. They drink water, a very simple formula, H2O, and even though it's essential for their survival, they poison and pollute it, knowingly. They put poison on their own food. Tell me, Rookie, what other species have we put out there that puts poison on its own food?
Not a single one, sir.
This is a failed experiment.
There are Homo sapiens discussing this all over their planet right now, sir. I understand your frustration, but we weren't too different from them when we started off. We weren't better than them.
Know that, Rookie. You're impossible.
Should I take that as a compliment, sir?
Whatever, Rookie. Listen, we gave them autonomy. They think, they write, they have concepts. They can even achieve more than us. Their planet is perfect for life. Every other species we have thrown out there has found a way. But this one, all it cares about is money, power and money. And the few enlightened individuals, what happens to them? Put in jail, killed, exiled. It's useless.
Sir, have you ever thought about intervention, like we go there and point them in the right direction?
Be honest with me, Rookie. Do you think that they would know that it's for their own good?
I'm not sure, sir.
The way they are, Rookie, I'm not sure it would be wise to reveal our existence. They could find our planet. We're very close. It's been thousands of years since we've had any weapons. How would we defend ourselves?
Sir, can I propose something that might bring some excitement to this dire situation we find ourselves in?
What?
A bet?
Oh yeah, baby, a bet. Let's go for it, Rookie.
This planet is our responsibility, but this solar system is not the main concern for the corporation right now, am I right? They even talk about cutting budget and shutting down some operations.
I'm listening.
I will sign the reboot protocol and...
Are we talking?
Yes, sir.
My dear and beloved?
Oh, yes, sir, I'm afraid so.
Dinosaurs? We're talking dinosaurs?
We're talking dinosaurs, sir.
What is happening to my face, Rookie?
That's a smile, sir. You're very, very happy.
Dinosaurs.
I bet that the humans will evolve and survive and prevail. They'll survive, find a way. The few who see and understand what is necessary will be embraced by the rest of humankind, and they'll carve a path towards light and wisdom.
Oh, Rookie. And to think I was once as idealistic for you as you. They'll disappear because they're too smart for their own good. And then we reboot. Reboot protocol, my two favorite words side by side. And then we'll restart my dear and beloved dinosaurs, a project which, by the way, should never have been discontinued.
They were very short on arms, sir.
No excuse.
They could never write and create a language with those tiny fingers, sir.
Give me a break. It was my first project. Okay, fingers are something new.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't mean to upset you.
And okay, Rookie, what do we do if a miracle happens and you win this bet?
A dinner at Galactic Star?
That's a very expensive place. You sure know how to make a bet.
Do I sense a shred of doubt in your voice, sir?
Don't be sillier, Rookie, than you already are. Everyone knows that Galactic Star is way overhyped. I hate that place.
Do we have a bet, sir?
Oh yeah, baby.
So let it begin.
The sunny Bay Area has never been sunnier. You can expect from Saturday to Saturday, high 90s to low 90s with no clouds or fog in sight, only the brightest rays to brighten up your day. Now, I hope you've got your bathing suit on because it'd be the best time to head down to the beach, lay out, roast in the sun, and enjoy the heat.
Finally, a beach day. I need to check who's free today.
In other news, more and more mermaids are going missing in the bay.
While you're at it, can you look up the last sequence for solving a Rubik's Cube? I think I did it wrong.
Several search and rescue ships are traveling the high seas, but there seems to be no sign of these missing creatures.
Ew, Alex is free. Okay, I'm coming.
You better say goodbyes now, because it seems like we will be never seeing these creatures ever again.
Could you be any slower?
I was planning a beach day.
And watching all my plants die, apparently.
Is it front to the right twice, top to the left column down, and then right down? Or is it the other way, like right column down and then left?
At a local farmer's market, customers have been saying that the new superfruit could be what humans have been missing since the beginning of their existence.
Superfruit?
Yeah, I just ate one on my way here. I don't see what the big deal is.
Sounds like something I need. I'm kind of gaining weight, ruining the whole beach bod.
You know, that's not what it is.
Super fruit for a super bod.
I think I got it. Huh. I swear I did it right.
Hey, could you put that puzzle cube thing down for just a sec? I want to show you both something.
Let me guess. You brought a new plant?
Not just any plant, a Pterosaxum officinale.
Oh, what?
A flowering weed!
Weed?
You don't get it? Flowering weeds don't just grow sporadically anymore. You can't just find one sprouting out of the sidewalk, but this one I did find sprouting out of the sidewalk. Do you know what this means?
Your plant obsession is gonna affect the whole world.
Now we're not only going to be surrounded by plants in this house, we're going to be surrounded by plants everywhere.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know, look, you worry about your plant thingy and you worry about your cube thingy and I'll get ready for my beach day.
Beach day.
Yeah, beach day. Health warning. Officials are now starting to... Wait! Alex just said the superfruit could give you a few extra years in life
It doesn't work like that.
by increasing your hormones. Huh. I'm lacking in hormones.
You know what hormones are?
Yeah, I read on an Insta post that hormones are what make models. Supermodels.
What?
So anyways, I'm gonna just head upstairs, grab my beach stuff, get a superfruit, and I'll be on my way.
Wait, so you're not even a little bit astounded by this Pterosaxum officinale?
The weed?
Yeah, I'll do that when I'm at the beach.
No, like you really don't care that an actual plant just sprouted from the ground, naturally, without any scientist or farmer initiating that growth?
I think we have enough plants already.
No, I mean, you actually don't care that our dying world is trying to heal?
What?
Yeah, our world is dying and she thinks that this superfruit can grant someone immortality.
What? Oh, sorry. I think I did the last sequence wrong again.
You guys aren't listening. Every day I go out there and notice that the world, our world, isn't doing too well. The world, the things that are going out there, that's not normal. But this plant could be a sign of hope.
It's one singular petite minuscule weed.
A naturally grown, flowering weed.
Well, it's just a weed. How is it more of a sign than any of your other plants that are much bigger and more annoying?
All of the other plants I've brought home are artificially grown.
Artificially grown, not artificially grown. Who cares? They're all just plants. Useless plants that you bring home. At first I thought, what the hell? It could be nice. Something to brighten up the house. But now it's just overwhelming.
You don't remember how it used to be, huh? When was the last time you even left the house?
Last week, I saw a post about a wreckage site and I decided to check it out because they said it was caused by aliens.
Aliens. You think our world is dying because of aliens?
Hey, you don't know what they have planned for us.
No! Our world is dying because of us! Human beings!
Ugh! God damn it!
How are we killing the earth? We gave it technology like cars.
We gave ourselves technology. Cars benefit us, not the world.
What about the Hoover Dam?
Front, left, top, right?
It stops the place from like flooding and destroying wildlife.
It was made for irrigation, helping crops grow and stuff. Our benefit.
Right, left, left?
What about us like rescuing sea turtles? We help them get safely to the water.
Yeah, but we only help them because all of the beaches in the world are consumed by humans trying to get a suntan.
Left, left, left,
So we claim territory. That's just life.
left,
And look how that turned out.
left,
It turned out perfectly.
left,
For us, not the rest of the world.
left.
Yeah, for us, human beings, alphas.
Left!
There are other creatures on this planet.
Left!
They're living the exact same way we are.
Left!
They're dying. You killed it.
I'm sorry.
You killed it!
Who's that?
I don't know.
Excuse me, ma'am, is this everyone currently living in this house?
Yeah.
Can you all come with me now, please?
Why?
You don't know? We're all evacuating. Please, come with me now. Leave everything. The President of the United States is calling for everyone who is currently in the United States to evacuate immediately. All will be escorted to cruise ships and airliners. I will repeat. All who are currently in the United States needs to evacuate immediately. The remaining states, such as New York, New Jersey, California, Florida, are all now categorized as toxic. Please evacuate immediately.
You forgot your straw,
I don't need one.
but like you made a milkshake.
I use a spoon.
Cuts down on brain freeze, I suppose.
I never thought of that. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, like, why else would you use a spoon?
Sea turtles?
Let me get that.
Sure.
So, Valerie.
Val. And do you like Mitchell or Mitch?
Either one, I'm not fussy. I'm not saying you are, Val.
No, I know.
Oh, you forgot your spoon.
It's okay.
Of course you have one of those.
If you want to change your stance on whether or not I'm fussy.
No, to each his own.
Good?
Not bad. How's the shake?
Delicious.
So, sea turtles.
A friend showed me a video of a sea turtle having a straw extracted from its nose.
Yeah, saw that.
The poor thing could hardly breathe and was dying a slow death. That's the one they were able to save. It just made me think about all the other turtles that didn't make it.
Real shame. So, have you been on many dates through the app?
Maybe 4? You?
Dozen or so. How's it been going?
No second dates yet.
Well, why's that?
I think I might be too honest.
How can you be too honest?
For instance, I'll tell a guy about why I don't use single-use plastics, and he changes the subject.
I don't like talking about boring stuff on a first date.
I'm sorry if pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change don't interest you.
Politics really kill the vibe.
Am I supposed to suppress my views?
I wouldn't use the word suppress.
But yes?
Only until we know each other better.
Doesn't what we're doing to the planet bother you?
Come on. I'm one of the chosen few that you agreed to eat. Can you at least give me until you finish your shake?
I don't know.
We can talk about pollution and habitat destruction on our second date.
Okay.
So, where are you from?
New Orleans.
Awesome. I went to Mardi Gras a few times back in the day.
Quite the party.
Yeah, so what made you move to Toronto of all places?
You won't like my answer.
Come on.
Katrina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just call it a night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit a fire hydrant the first time that I drove, and with my dad on the side of the road, watched the jet stream of water erupt like a geyser sidelong into the passenger door, watched it dent under the pressure of thousands of gallons of water, and knew the danger of something whose only longing was to be free. I did not drive again for a long time after, afraid of a geyser of water, aching to escape a leaden pipe, leaching poison into the lifeblood of the earth, afraid of the anger that could dent a car door, afraid of a mother trapped by her children. My mom told me when I began to drive again that I should say when asked, I took a year off the road to reduce my carbon footprint. I took a year off the road to minimize the anger I could feel each time I stepped, radiating up through the cracks in the pavement. The breath of a woman who has felt the tread of feet on her face for far longer than bearable. You will hurt your mother the first time you tell her you hate her as a fiery teenager. You will hurt her when you leave her for college, but the love you share is binding, twisted, and sweet. We do not love our Mother Earth, and she should not love us.
So, this is what happened. We were all just talking in class when someone says, we're all going to be dead by 2030, so why study? And we go, 2030? That's bullshit. It'll take to at least 2050. I'll be like an old man. Who cares? No, man, 2030. We've already passed CO2 concentrations of 400 parts per million. What is this? A science class? And that was 4 years ago. It's 407 ppm now, with acidification of the oceans following the same trend. You know, this guy was a real nerd. And he keeps going. 140,000 species extinct every year. It's happening, man. We're dead for sure. I ain't doing my homework. So I go home and I say to the old man, hey Dad, we're all gonna be dead by 2030, so let's kick back. And he goes into this tiz, you know?
Who told you that? It's how they're teaching you kids at school nowadays.
It's everywhere, Dad. On the internet,
Can't believe that stuff.
he says. And then my mother comes in.
What's going on? What is all this racket?
He's telling us we're all gonna be dead in 10 years.
You'll be dead in 10 minutes if you don't come inside and wash your hands. And what is going on?
That's it. I'm writing the principal. What sort of lesson is this to be teaching the kids? Next thing you know, they'll be refusing to go to school at all.
I ain't going to school. And I ain't doing I say. My father's never read a book in his life. And here he is telling me that I'm wrong,
You're wrong.
he says.
If we only had 10 years to live, somebody would have told us.
I'm like, yeah, sure, Dad. Donald Trump's gonna come on the TV and say, we are going to build a great, big, beautiful wall. And by the time we finish it, you are all going to be dead. Sure thing. And Dad hates it when you give it back to him. And he's like,
Nobody's gonna die.
we're dying, Dad. The United Nations estimates 300,000 deaths per year and rising related to global warming. Listen to me. Sounds like I'm an expert, but that's something else Nerd Features told us today in class. And a figure like that, 300,000 deaths and rising, sort of stays in your mind.
United Nations.
Dad says with a sort of sneer.
Just a pack of communists.
I don't care. I am not going to school and I'm not doing my homework. I've had it working for a future I'm never going to see. From now on, it'll be League of Legends and Mario. Because, you know, after kicking shit in League of Legends for 12 hours straight, you gotta relax with something like Mario. So, anyway, I retreat back to my room and I get onto the computer, and then my phone starts lighting up. And it's like all my aunties and uncles. And they're all going,
You can't give up on school. You have to think about your future.
I don't have a future. None of us do.
We all thought there was no future and we were kids too. And look at us now.
Yeah, look at you now. You should have listened to yourself when you were a kid.
You're just being a selfish ingrate acting like this. You think you're helping all the polar bears sitting around and playing computer games?
Well, do you think you are by pretending that they're okay? And here's the thing, see? There they all were. My mom and dad, my aunties and uncles, all sitting there telling me how stupid and egotistical I was being, and what a bad example I'm setting for my brothers and sisters. And I'm just like, what is your problem? All I'm trying to do is get a little bit of happiness before the end that your stupid, egotistical, know-nothing attitude has made well high impossible to avoid. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Love you too. And then I started to think, and the more I thought about it, the clearer it became, is that their world, the world of these so-called adults, only makes sense if people like me buy into it. And, you know, buy the shit and eat the shit and go out and buy more shit to replace the shit that's broken. And it all just keeps going on in this shit-producing machine. We're like this bacteria, just eating everything until there's nothing left, and we can't stop because we're too stupid to do anything else. But if we stopped eating, if we stopped consuming, the whole thing would just stop. And wouldn't that be a good idea? Wouldn't that be a good idea?
No.
No.
Why not? Because then we'd all be out of a job.
You're breaking my heart.
And you wouldn't have a future.
Weren't you listening?
What do you want?
Not what you've got.
What?
I don't know. How about something that makes some sense and isn't killing the world?
What?
I don't know. Something worth living for and something worth dying for.
We gave it to you.
This ain't it.
Okay.
I started with puzzles when my boy first discovered them. He was about 18 months. He took to them with such excitement. It was astonishing to see how this baby, who could hardly concentrate enough to bring a spoon to his mouth, could spot an eye and a pile of oddly shaped pieces, and then another, and then say with such delight, "Eyes!" That's how you start Thomas the Tank Engine puzzles. You started with the eyes, then its colors, shapes, Sometimes, if he was in a bad mood, I would just lay a couple of pieces out just to draw him in. He could never resist. We spent hours in shared puzzle bubbles over the years. It's the perfect way of talking without words, solving puzzles. There were puzzles of trains, boats, farms, emergency vehicles, bunnies, robots, robot bunnies, and once a motherboard. He's grown up now. Writes code. Amazing. He tells me that bits will soon be qubits, no longer binary but super, and that everything is information really. Everything is a puzzle, and that the material that holds the information actually defines the information that is carried. Well, I'm sticking to puzzles I can still hold in my hand. I'm working on this big, beautiful sky just now. When it's done, it'll cover up the whole of my living room. The trick is to look out for the occasional wisp of a cloud or something blowing in the wind. Like earlier this morning, I saw 3 pieces that made up a bus ticket. Number 27, Lithuanian buses, March 10th, 1987. While I'm working, I like to listen to the wind in the chimney and the weather hitting the window of my top floor flat. We're so high up here that you can see the mountains in the north. Today it's windy and the sun is shining. Earlier this morning, I looked out the window with my wife and we saw Cynthia, our unconsciously homophobic neighbor, feeding her dog in the garden. Cynthia looked around. It was as if she knew she was being watched. So I opened up the window and shouted down, "Hi there!" "Yes, it is," she replied. "Let's kiss," I said to Valerie, but we just smiled and waved at Cynthia feeding her big gay dog. I have to stand back from the edges of train platforms. I see myself jumping in all the time. I don't go to the tops of tall buildings. I don't look up at those towers reflecting the clouds, because I worry about edges and falling. I'm holding on to my job. I'm holding on to my home. I'm clinging to my wife at night. We talk about our son, and if we'll be grandparents one day and we fundamentally don't talk, we wrap our limbs around each other and breathe into each other's skin. I feel as if I am so close to the end of all of this. I feel the end of this world as tangibly as I feel a completed sky. This oily world. Oil is the medium. It is the matter. I think about how oily I am. Molecules of dinosaurs, insects, crustacean, and sunshine 1 billion years ago runs through every moment of me. From solving Thomas the Tank Engine puzzles to listening to Anani on Apple iTunes. Oil defines my information. I can't think outside of it. I can't even imagine what or how I would be if it were iterated in light. And I hope so much that I can be more us Aren't we all so very bored of me? I hear the wind in the chimney, feel the sun on my skin, and I feel excited. There's a new age of light coming. I think my grandchildren will be sunny ways of being human. And what if they are sunny, windy, wavy humans? Wouldn't that make them brilliantly, openly, fundamentally less me-ish? And much more. And much less. And just a bit better. I've started to think that change is inevitable. There will be solutions, and they won't only save our planet, but save our lonely, oily selves as well.
Really glad I got out here today. That biology paper was a waste of my time anyways. What even is cellular mitosis?
Actually, cellular mitosis, aka cell division, is
I'm sure Mr. Lee will understand. We are helping clean up the earth.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Lee talks all this
And it
talk.
did the
but he's
service
just a
hours too.
Crappy teacher. Anyways, how's picking this stuff up now? Weekend? Good?
Huh?
Weekend, was it good?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. How about you?
I mean, it was decent.
Hey, whoa. What are you kids doing here? Making all this noise.
No, man, we're actually here picking up trash as a part of the ELP. It's the Environmentalist Leadership Program.
You're causing trouble and you're loitering, okay?
Look, lady, we aren't doing anything wrong here. We're helping out the community and the ocean, so mind your damn business.
But that was a little far. But what we're trying to do here is we're trying to help keep our streets and sidewalks clean. It's good for you, it's good for me, it's good for everybody, okay?
How dare you talk to me like that? You're literally littering all over my front yard. Stop! Seriously?
We're picking it up and putting it in this bag. If this kind of plastic gets into the ocean and eaten by the fish, it's bad for the whales.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
I don't that stupid freaking fish. I love my whales.
You love the whales. Well, those whales eat small fish and krill. So, I mean, you realize it's like biomagnification, bioaccumulation. You know what those are, right?
Of course I do. But it doesn't matter. You're all causing trouble.
Look, you can
Alright,
just leave if you want. We can just finish up our work here, and we will be gone soon.
No, I'm gonna call the police. That's right. And your mother. Tell me your phone number right now, and I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her right now.
I'm recording this. It's gonna go viral.
Oh my God, that's it. I'm gonna call the police right now. I'm gonna tell them that a gang of these teenagers are harassing people and causing trouble.
Listen,
And
Karen.
I will tell them a
Down.
crazy
Okay,
woman
because you're
named
picking up
Karen.
trash. We are from Del Mar School. Listen, it's not a big deal. We'll be out of your hair in an hour, okay?
Just no, I don't want to see you kids around here again. Got it? Get.
What if I made a deal? Okay, listen, what if I made a deal?
Oh, she just left.
Okay, good, thank God. Did you see that video of that girl who, like, got mad at that bird watching guy?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, like that Karen lady who got mad at that bird watching guy, said, "You're attacking me."
I'm sorry?
That kind of thing. Anyways,
Because I'm posting this. It's gonna go viral.
get picking up plastic.
A mountain lives across the water. I gaze at it often. Soft green shadows arrest my eyes, resting upon rocking peaks, and
A bird soars above. Wind rustles a few leaves, or perhaps it was a bear tickled by slumbering moss. I try to breathe the pine-filled air, crisp and hot. I wonder how chipmunks feel, and I can taste instant oatmeal in a metal tin. Iodine and water, lightning and lightning bugs. Hush of fog as they open their tents. Awe that floats across the lake. It drips from leaves and leaves imprints on my fingers.
love hums from roots and rocks. I am small, across the water, gazing at the mountain. Dear Alex, how are you? I'm fine. The summer's fine. I don't think I'm very good at writing letters. I think you're better. I'm supposed to end with a question? Does that count? Or that? Just kidding. Are you having fun at camp so far? I hope the bugs aren't too bad. Your friend, Jay.
Dear Jay, camp is great. Thanks for the letter. It's awesome getting mail. Your letter writing skills are better than most. My grandma writes in old-fashioned cursive and asks questions about the weather and stuff, so at least it's not that. Anywho, how's Hville? How's working at Cooper's? Is the cash register hard? Anything crazy happen? The bug situation isn't too bad. Thanks for asking. Wish you were here. Al.
Dear Alex, how are you? I'm fine. Cooper's is fine. Yesterday we got a new ice cream flavor. It's called Moose Tracks. Have you seen any real moose in the woods? Here's a picture of me at the pool with everyone. It's not anything special. I'm under the water. Mom said I should include it. Not sure why, but anyway. Okay, to end. What's your favorite part about camp so far? Have they taught you how to build a fire? Do you eat s'mores every day? Your friend, Jay.
Jay, hi! No, we don't get s'mores every day. I wish. But yeah, I am learning how to build a fire. It's really cool, and I'm actually getting good at it. My favorite thing so far has been this camp out in this big field. It's to practice for our trip. We all set up our tents and we go look up at the stars. I think you'd like it here. Oh, and thanks for the picture. I put it in my bunk. Danny and Chris thought it was funny that you were under the water. I made you a drawing because I can't use the internet or develop film. It's of the lake. I'm under the water too. We go swimming after lunch and rest period. Tomorrow, we get to decide what trip we go on. Danny and Chris and Sarah and I are all hoping to be together. Your friend, Alex.
Dear Alex, what trip did you decide on? I took a trip to play mini golf. Eloise got a hole-in-one while knocking Sammy's tooth out. There was blood everywhere. They were already loose, so it was okay, but everyone was pretty upset, and my mom said we had to take care of Sammy, so we ended the game early, and I spent the rest of the day watching movies. Have you made a lot of friends at camp? Or just a few? I bet everyone likes you. Write soon. Your friend, Jay.
Jay, oh my God, Jay, the mountains are breathtaking, metaphorically and literally. I'm hiking so much that I'm out of breath like all the time. It's so worth it though. You would love it here. Everything is crisp and bright and dewy and fresh. I don't know how the mail works, so you may get this after I'm done. I'm giving this to a rock climber we met yesterday. She climbs the sides of mountains with her bare hands. She said she'd be back in town tomorrow and she'd be happy to give to put it in the mailbox. Everyone on the trip is great. Danny and Chris and Sarah and I have all created our own secret language. It's so funny. Right now, I'm staring at a whole mountain range. Birds kind of float overhead. My feet are resting on a boulder. It's perfect. Right soon, your mountain friend, Alex.
Dear Alex, how are you? I couldn't find a mountain climber to give this to you because, as you know, we don't have any mountains here. I'm giving it to a postal worker. It sounds like the mountains sound. I'm glad you're having fun. A transcendental experience. Missing normal life. Is this normal? Or am I the weird one? Anyway, maybe we could go hiking around here sometime. It's not mountains, and I probably don't have the right shoes, but still. My mom said she read about the tops of those mountains getting removed. You should be careful, I guess. Hopefully they won't be gone before I can hike them with you. They got another new sandwich at the deli counter. You'd like it. It has cucumbers in it. Right soon, Jay.
We talked today about how people are taking the tops off the mountains, like Josie's mom's company. I know that we need the energy, but these mountains, man, oh man, Jay, they really are special. Animals, birds, whole forests gone in a matter of minutes. Just crash, boom, gone. One of the mountain climbers we met today was talking about it too. So it's possible that these rocks I'm on will be gone by next summer. I didn't even know what it felt like to breathe in the air on the mountains, and tomorrow it could be gone. Everything's probably really different at home. I'm not sure I want to do anything the same way again. Your friend, Alex.
Dear Alex, what do you mean you don't want to do anything the same? What if I never get to go to the mountains with you? Do you still want to hang out? We got another new ice cream flavor. It's called mint cherry. It's disgusting, but Eloise loves it. Your friend, Jay. Dear Alex.
Dear Jay, the mountains were...
Non-starter? Don't eat that!
Milk chocolate. I know. I saw them all die in the post-Valentine's Day massacre.
It's not a joke. 17 birds. Dropped out of the sky. Dead.
I know. I'm sorry.
You can't gorge indiscriminately.
I know.
Promise me.
I promise. No milk chocolate. Only dark, only organic, only 70% cacao or higher. Okay, don't look at me like that. I promise to stop gorging indiscriminately. I was looking for a rat.
Delicious.
I know. I had one yesterday. I gorged, but so discriminately. Crunchy, furry, with just a hint of the flavor of mesquite. My wings are drying out. I love it here. So warm and smelly.
Such a nice spot in the winter.
Even though it's a bit of a dump. A garbage dump. But I love decorating my nest here. So black, so shiny, so much plastic.
I noticed you've been hanging it on the trees.
Right. I love the way plastic sounds as it flaps in the wind.
Swish, swish, whack.
Humans hate that.
What?
Plastic and trees.
Why?
They think it's not aesthetic.
They made it.
I know.
No, no, no. No bullets. Blanks. Blanks. I told you, they're trying to fake us out, scare us off. No, no.
Right. Right. I just wish. Make up your minds! Do you want our numbers up or down? In Brackendale, they were all so proud when we all showed up for Eagle Palooza. Almost 4,000 of us. They had signs, brochures, tourist trips, had parties. They called Brackendale the Eagle Capital of the world. Make up your minds, up or down! Do you want us here or not?
Brackendale.
Brackendale. Those were the days.
Party, salmon,
Raw.
fresh,
Sky.
water.
Mountains.
No, I could build me a big old nest in one of those big old growth trees. Brackendale.
The old timers. Telling us the eagle tales of our bad times. DDT. Our eggs breaking under us. We were near extinction. They thought it might be the end of us. But we're back. Not extinct. Not even endangered.
Party!
I know.
Fake. Fake.
Up or down! Make up your minds!
I feel terrible for those humans. Terrible eyesight.
Terrible gripping power.
But some humans, wait for it,
What?
put us on their money.
Seriously?
Seriously, we owe them our very lives. They've got it together. They stopped using DDT because they wanted us to live. Us. They're not so self-centered.
Yeah. Well, I miss Brackendale.
Brackendale.
It's another busload of tourists come to see us in this city dump. They're dumb as posts. Terrible gripping power. Terrible eyesight.
You know what one of them said the other day?
What?
That we could...
What?
That we could carry off their young.
We're good, but we're not that good.
I know. There's like 3,000 of us this year.
I told you. Dumb as posts. Actually, a post is smarter. And it fits my closet better. You think they're jealous?
Sure. We have 3 times their eyesight, 10 times their gripping power.
Seriously?
Seriously.
They're pathetic. Oops! Oh, sorry!
I think you got that little kid right in the eye.
It's a reflex. You'll do it when we take off to fly. Oh, drat. The little kid is taking it personally. He's crying.
Wouldn't you if someone pooped on your head?
It's an accident. It's not like you don't make mistakes. DDT, milk chocolate, Brackendale. If you weren't messing with the ecosystem, the salmon would still be spawning there, and you wouldn't have to bring your tourist buses to this dump. Why is there so much snow? There's more snow than ever.
I love the snow.
What if spring never comes?
Snow paints soft, delicate light across my vision.
You are so dippy. What if spring never comes? No seedlings. No salmon.
They know. They'll figure it out. We will go back to Brackendale. The fish will spawn. We'll skip eating Valentine's chocolate and rats.
I miss the rats.
There were rats in Brackendale. You just didn't notice because the salmon was so good.
Salmon.
They'll figure it out. They'll fix the ecosystem. They banned DDT. They saved our lives. They can do it again.
Thank you, actors. Thank you, cast and crew. I'm so sorry, audience, that there's no function to unmute you all at the same time to allow you all to applaud the performers. So what I'd like to offer now, if anyone would like to stick around and ask any questions, I'm going to open up the chat. You can write a question in the chat. The chat function is at the bottom of your Zoom screen. Also, if you'd like to ask a question live and speak to our cast or our crew, please raise your virtual hand in the panelist pile and I will allow you the opportunity to speak and offer any comments or ask any questions of our cast and crew. Okay, I'm going to allow the Reskins to speak.
Okay, hi, it's just me now. You guys are all fabulous, by the way. That was awesome. I love you guys. This question is for tech, I guess, specifically the ones that worked on New Michael. I noticed there was a lot of like complicated switches between like camera angles, and I'm sure like Mr. Miller figured out some sort of like magical thing, but I was just kind of wondering about that because it seemed kind of complex and I would love to hear about that.
Wonderful. I thought maybe perhaps the best person to answer this question might be our stage manager, Lucia. Lucia, would you like to answer this?
Yes, I would love to. Yes, that is probably the most tech-heavy show, I think second only to a show tomorrow night, which everyone should go and see. Yeah, there's a lot of trouble. I think that we all did amazingly. All the crew members did their job and they all did it and we're all working very hard, but especially the spotlighters, Anisha, Alex, and Amelia, they all did amazingly. Sometimes Zoom bounces back and forth and there are some things that we just can't really control, but we're very meticulous with our order. So hopefully we try to prevent as much as we can, but sometimes it's just out of our order. But yes, we all did amazingly. We've had some good runs, we've had some bad runs, but yeah.
Yeah, there's this incredible spotlighting function on Zoom and our director, Anya, really experimented with Zoom and took it to its furthest capacities by using their phones and zooming in their phones. So I really appreciate how experimental they all got with this. So thank you, Azza, for your question, and thank you, Lucia, for your answer. We're going to go to Miss Zoe Forbes now. I'm going to allow Zoe Forbes to talk. Can you hear us, Zoe? I think you can unmute yourself now.
Hi. Sorry. Okay, first of all, that was amazing. I loved it. I miss you all. But my main question, I guess, is how long did that take? Because that was very impressive. Yeah.
Do you mean like the rehearsal process?
Yes.
Would any actors or crew like to answer that question in particular? Anyone in particular wanna? I'm going to pass this one to Katrina. Katrina, why don't you speak to how long it took? Because I think you have the majority of plays here.
Let's see, I can't really remember what month we started, but it definitely took a lot of rehearsal. Yeah, I can't really remember the exact amount of time we spent on it. I apologize, but the way our rehearsal schedule worked is that we basically just kind of showed up when our show itself was rehearsing. So depending on how many things you were in, and then so it's just kind of like what you did dictated how much time you spent on it. I don't exactly remember the specific number of weeks, but it was a lot of work, but I think it paid off.
Yeah, we started in early September. So it was about 8 weeks of rehearsal. We miss you as well, Zoe. I hope school is going well for you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Miss Maggie Millar. Hello, Maggie Millar.
Hi. I'm still trying to figure out exactly which question I want to ask, but I guess I just wanted to see how collaborative was each scene. I'm curious as to obviously we can really only see the actors, but how many roughly went into a scene in terms of writing, tech, and all that fun stuff.
Anyone want to take that question in particular? I think we have some student writers here with us. AP, why don't you wave at everyone? Unfortunately, we had a massive technical difficulty during AP's show, so I will speak to my actors about this later. I will give you the opportunity to perform this show again tomorrow. We will figure it out, okay? We will figure it out. I know it's out of our control. So we had 3 student writers, AP, Tabitha, and then Rainier. In terms of the crew side, we had Mr. Miller. How many crew members do we have right now?
5.
5 crew members, spotlighting, using sound. But leading up to the process, we did have more crew members who helped with virtual backgrounds and finding sound cues and that kind of stuff. So I hope that answers your question. We miss you as well, Maggie. Excellent. So we are going to go to Samantha. Samantha Calvin, I'm going to allow you to talk. Can you hear us, Samantha? There we go. Hi, Samantha.
Hi. Okay, so my question's it's really random. How long did the bird makeup take you guys when you did in between the takes?
Oh, good question. I'll allow you guys to answer that.
Well, my sister, the wonderful Sarah Wolf, is incredibly talented as a painter, so it took her I was yelling at her to get it done as quick as possible, but it took her 10 minutes.
All right. Way to go, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
She's probably killing me for hearing her name.
It took me a bit longer. Probably no more than 20 minutes. 2 plays, 3 plays, I don't know. Not too long.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your question, Samantha. And now we're going to go down to Sierra. Can you hear us? There we go.
Hello. Hi, Anisha. we miss you. Okay. My question was, we thought, I'm watching with Cassidy. I was like, oh, these are really cool, stories and ideas. How did they come up with this? So, yeah.
Anyone in particular want to speak to this? Anya, do you want to take this one?
Sure, I'd love to. So, Margaret was the one who really brought this to our attention and who was the one who kind of decided that she really wanted to put on a piece that really spoke to issues that I think all of us are really aware of and concerned with. And so over the summer, a group of us met and we read through a bunch of these plays, because these plays are in an anthology written by a bunch of fantastically talented writers and creators of theater. So we read through and Margaret gauged what issues we were all really passionate about, we really cared about, we really wanted to learn more about. And from there, we also had some amazing student writers, as Margaret mentioned. AP, you saw AP's tonight. This is fantastic. We have some really great writers who are also really passionate about these issues. You saw Rainier's, I directed his is amazing, Dandelion. And so we got really lucky. And then from there, we cast the shows, the actors kind of fell into their roles, but I think it was really a matter of Margaret listened to us and what we wanted to talk about and what we were concerned with. So that was kind of how this shaped up.
Yeah, so that's a great answer, Anya, and great question. The plays are from an anthology of plays called Where is the Hope? One of our directors, Gigi Buddy, who is here this evening, is actually an intern with the company that started this organization called the Arctic Cycle. And this is a sort of festival that happens every year. And they ask playwrights from around the world to write plays that are specific to certain climate issues. And my mom, who was here, I don't think she's here anymore, is a huge lover of nature. I think she loves nature more than she loves me. And she sent me this anthology. And I thought when it crossed my desk, so to speak, I thought, you know what? This makes sense. This makes sense for the time that we're in, and this makes sense for a Zoom context. So I think this is what we're going to do. So great question. Thank you so much. And now we're going to go to Philo. Hi, Philo.
Philo.
Hi, hello. Hi, Aiden. Hi, Anya. Most of you don't know me. I go to Urban. And first I wanted to say I am incredibly impressed by what I've just been watching. I am currently in the process of stage managing Urban's production. And wow, it's like, it's not even live. I am beyond impressed. I had a question for your stage manager. How do I phrase it? What exactly were both your time commitments and your main jobs for this play with it being online?
Yeah, so I was not stage manager up until like a week before the show. I just got thrust into the position. But I would say, I mean, it was nothing that I was there for all the tech rehearsals. I was at all the crew meetings before them. It wasn't really like too big of a deal. And my job, I didn't have to call any sound cues or any video cues or anything like that. I only had to call the spotlighting. So basically just putting people on, putting people off. I think that's what I'll say about it. But it wasn't, our other former stage manager, Anya, made it sound like it was going to be like the most hellish job on earth. And I'm sure that it was, but I think I got off easy because it was online. So yeah.
Thank you for your question, Philo. And yes, Lucia, you have done a bang-up job. It's been incredible. So, I mean, especially like transitioning to this new format, which no one has ever stage managed on before. It's pretty incredible. So audience, I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the program again in the chat in case you missed it and you want to check it out. Once again, we are performing a new set of plays tomorrow evening. You will also see a more fully realized version of Anti-Environmentalist Karen, we promise. So if you'd like to attend tomorrow evening, please do. And if you have any last comments, feel free to put them in the chat. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming. It was really delightful to share this with you. And we all hope to see you in person one day soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, audience.